homeschooling through the holidays. What does it look like for us? What is our schedule during that time? What kind of break do we take? I want to talk about it with you in today's video. Homeschooling for us through the holidays this year is going to look very different than it has in years past. And here's why. Normally, when it comes to our yearly schedule, like when I look at our homeschool year at a glance, I always leave room to take the whole month of December off. We want to work on service. We want to work on baking. We want to work on unit studies maybe. I've done the Christmas unit study from Gather Round in the past. I've done that 2 years in a row. We take all of December off and focus solely on Christmas and giving and loving and serving. An absolutely beautiful time of year. And it's so freeing to not have to think for a single moment about school, about getting bookwork done, about any of that, but actually going out and living what we're teaching our kids every day. And so this year has been a little bit different. As of right now, I plan on taking the week of Thanksgiving off, and then I plan on taking off 2 weeks during Christmas. This is so different than what I have done in the past, but you guys, I feel like because our year has been off to such a slow start and we finally have found our groove, the last thing that I want to do is stop that. And something I'm going to be sharing more on my channel here in the future, hopefully, is more about the minimalist homeschooling that I shared with you in a video a couple weeks ago. I really am feeling just pulled back, if that makes sense. I'm really wanting to pull back and step away from all the extra fluff and the things that I have been in a habit of adding, in such a habit of bringing so many extra things in and so many extra things like stacking and stacking and stacking, and realistically we can't do it. So I'm wanting to wipe all of that away like we have been the last couple weeks. We finally found our groove and we're finally nestling in. And so for me, it seems so incredibly counterproductive to take the whole month of December off this year. Obviously, I fly by the seat of my pants. You guys know that. I'm always up for adventure. I'm always up for all of the things, and things are always changing around here. But because I've stripped away so many layers of what we have been doing, and we're nestled in and it feels so good, the thought of taking basically, honestly, about 6 weeks off freaks me out a little bit. I feel like we've been trying to get into a rhythm and nestled in and kind of find our place, and we're just now finally there. So I'm bringing this to you because we all do it different. Every single home, every single family does it different. That is, you'll hear me say it 1,010 times. It's the beauty of homeschooling. We can make it ebb and flow and shift and fit our schedules and what works for our home. In the past, I've stopped all of December and haven't touched a single book of curriculum. We focus solely on anything and everything that we want centered around Christmas and giving and serving and loving. And I feel very much like we can still do that this year with where we're at. I feel like it's not jeopardizing anything to continue a slow morning pace and feel of homeschooling like we have been. Because I've stripped so much down, guys, because I have just peeled back all the layers and gotten to the meat that I want and that we need. I know my habit and my own personal tendencies to stack all the things on. And so I really want to share more about this with you guys in the very near future. And like I said, I don't know that minimalist homeschooling is the right thing to even call it, but just getting back to the basics, I guess, for us, and going where our interests take us. So take of that what you will, I guess. But I feel like I just got in a really bad habit of piling on all the things and feeling like I'm drowning and feeling like I'm wandering with no, I don't want to say with no purpose, but feeling like we're doing all the things and we're not getting anything out of it, if that makes sense. So I've really stripped back, like I said, what we were doing. And because of that, I feel like we can totally manage what we're doing and still be able to do everything that we want to do during the holidays and do it all well. And so That's where I'm at mentally right now when it comes to homeschooling through the holidays, homeschooling around Christmas, our break time. I don't have anything scheduled as far as a break, but mentally I know a week off, most likely there during Thanksgiving, and then I plan tentatively for about 2 weeks off during Christmas instead of the whole 6 weeks that we normally break for during the holidays. I'm curious how many of you are taking the whole month of December off. I'm curious how many of you are kind of like in the same boat as me. Obviously things can change, right? Things always change around here. Every day brings something totally different and something totally new. I have been looking at Christmas around the world from Gather Round. That's a unit study that has really piqued my interest. But I just know that if I start that, I need to start it earlier because I most likely won't do it every day. And that is how we use Gather Round here in our home anyway. I don't use the unit studies every single day. I don't do history every day in our homeschool. I don't use a Gather Round unit study every day in our homeschool. We kind of alternate day to day based on what the rest of the things look like. But we very much are loving farming and food from Gather Round right now. That is going to be put on hold, as will history most likely for the month of December. We will most likely just do language, math, and reading. That's kind of what I'm planning. I just wanted to put this out there for the sole purpose that if you feel like you need a break, take a break. If you feel like you need to keep pushing, keep pushing. You don't have to do it any one way. Your schedule for the whole year of homeschooling can ebb and flow and shift and adjust wherever you need it to. It's all give and take. It doesn't really truly matter if you take a day off here and a day off there. In my mind, as my boys continue to get older, it's probably gonna look a little bit different than what it has the past few years for us personally. Just like with summer, we all know that summer months come and if we take a full 3 months off, coming back is a nightmare, and then you have the first section that's review. Well, with us taking the whole month of December off and then part of January and a little bit of November for Thanksgiving, it just seemed like there was a little bit of a transitional period trying to get back in that. And what I feel like we have going on right now is so good that I don't want to pause it. I don't want to stop it and then have to try to get back into this again, if that makes sense. So that's what things look like for us. And obviously anything can change, but for right now, that is my plan for homeschooling our 3 boys through the holidays. It's looked different every year for us. Every year. There are times that even around Thanksgiving, I haven't taken any days off except Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. It truly just depends. It depends on family being in town. It depends on every single life circumstance that can be thrown at you or that you are facing. And so for some of us, it's gonna look different this year than it has in years past. And that's neither a good thing nor a bad thing. We just move through it. So that's why I want to share with you today's video, is just to, not that you need permission, but I just want to tell you, if you are feeling a weight like I gotta keep pushing, but you need a break, take a break. If you're feeling a weight like I want to take a break, but I feel like I should keep pushing, wherever you're at in that whole mix of things, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I'm curious what some of your schedules look like. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're interested. I'd love to hear what your schedule looks like when it comes to homeschooling through Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all the things. And I'm always intrigued by how other homeschool moms do it. So let me know in the comment section down below if you feel like sharing. I would love to hear what your schedule looks like through the holiday season and beyond, absolutely. So that's all I have for you for today's video. Thank you for joining me back here at Simply Living It in this space. If this is your first time stopping by, please consider clicking that red subscribe button. I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom of 3 boys, and I have been homeschooling them for 9 years. This is our 9th year, and continuing to learn and grow in every single season as we walk through this homeschooling journey. And so that's what I like to share here. Homeschool, motherhood, lifestyle, a little bit of vlogs here and there. I will catch you in the next video.